Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. Today on RetroGrade I'm going to kick off a mini-season of Williams or Midway games. The next 5 or 6 episodes will all be taken from the Williams Arcade Hits collection on the PS2, which is a fantastic compilation of classic games that's well worth picking up if you still have a PS2 today. I'm going to be starting with Robotron 2084, a truly legendary game by Eugene Jarvis and Larry DeMar that many people still consider to be one of the greatest arcade cabinets of all time. The legend goes that while Jarvis was laid up in hospital after an automobile accident, he was thinking about the game Berserk by Stern, which was a favourite of his. While he really enjoyed it, he thought the controls and the overall pace of the game could be improved. Thus, he thought up the new twin-stick control scheme and gave rise to an entire subgenre of shooters that remain extremely popular to this day, such as Geometry Wars, Enter the Gungeon, and countless imitators. The great thing about the twin-stick control scheme is that it gives you unprecedented control over your movement and your aiming, provided your brain can cope with the multitasking involved. The first time you try it, it does feel somewhat akin to rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time, but with practice you can gradually become acclimatized to it. As for the in-game story, well, it is the year 2084 and robots that once served as humans as slaves have risen up against their masters and now either keep them locked up in control zones, reprogram them using terrifying brain units, or just outright kill them. You control one of the last human warriors alive and your job is to protect the last remaining family, comprised of Mummy, Daddy and Mikey. There are 255 different waves to try and beat in the game of various types, including Hulk waves which feature giant green robots that can't be killed, tank waves where the screen very quickly fills up with robotic artillery that will try and catch you out with a nasty bank shot off the walls, and the dreaded brain waves where the more intelligent bots will hunt down and reprogram humans that they find. Due to a bug, if you can keep Mikey alive and unrescued during a brainwave, all of the brain bots will come after him instead of the other humans, allowing you to scoop them all up for points. Eugene Jarvis thought that this bug added a cool layer of strategy to the game, and so he never attempted to fix it. Robotron 2084 is crammed full of strategies like this, and it is not for the faint-hearted. You will need super fast reaction times and will have to practice a lot if you ever hope to get even halfway decent at the game. As you can probably tell from my capture footage, I am a complete novice at this game, but thanks to a couple of videos that were made back in 2013 by Greg of the arcadeimpossible channel, I am at least slightly better than I used to be, and I have a basic understanding of what I should be trying to do on each wave, instead of just floundering around like a fish out of water. If you are interested in Robotron 84 yourself, then I strongly advise you to check out Greg's 2 videos on basic and intermediate strategy. They will help you become a better player for sure. Before I wrap up this video with my overall rating and where you can play this game today, I would be amiss if I didn't mention the sound effects. All of the early Williams titles by Eugene Jarvis feature amazing and distinctive sounds, and Robotron 2084 is no exception to that. If you were to walk into a dark arcade, you would instantly be able to tell if there was a Robotron cabinet around, due to the unique sonic screeches emanating from it. So then, Robotron 2084's status as a true arcade classic is undisputed, but what score would I give it? Well, for me personally, it is just too tough to truly enjoy. It's a very high stress experience where you can't really relax for a second, and I also just don't have quick enough reactions to get good at it. I prefer more sedate games. As a result, I can't give it the maximum of 5 out of 5, and will instead be giving it a score of 4 killer robots out of 5. If you do want to play Robotron on a console without going the route of emulation via something like MAME or RetroPie, you do have a few options. Firstly, you could pick up the PS2 Williams Arcade Hits Volume 1 compilation like I did. My copy was £2 from my local branch of CEX. Williams Arcade Origins was released on the Xbox 360, which also features most of the same games as the PS2 collection, but this version will set you back about £20. Finally, if you own a copy of LEGO Dimensions, a level pack was released that contains 23 classic Midway arcade titles, which goes for about 40 quid, but also includes physical LEGO toys. A cool idea but a bit pricey. If you're on a budget and already have the hardware, then the PS2 version is definitely the way to go. Now that my holidays are just around the corner, I will be spending quite a bit of time getting new videos made. I will try and stick to my schedule of one a week for the most part, but I may end up skipping Christmas week. I expect most people are too busy to be watching much on YouTube anyway. The plan is to get a bunch of RetroGrade and A to Z of Amiga episodes ready to go before I am back at work again in January. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, take care.